You're watching State Focus. Well, 10's original hit show, Thank God You're Here, certainly put the theatre sport of improvisation well and truly on the map. Improvisation can be described as comedy without a script, acting without a director. In other words, it's extremely dangerous. The national champs are coming up, and I'm joined by two finalists, Ben Crowley and Kathy Haggerty. Welcome to the show, guys.
Hi. Thank you.
Ben, tell us, is there anything that we need to know about improvisation that Thank God You're Here hasn't already taught us?
Well, yeah, I suppose the biggest thing is it doesn't have to be all short form stuff, particularly here in Canberra now that with our Impro ACT we've started doing a lot of long form shows. So we've had, last year we did an improvised musical, so it was an hour and a half show, a musical made up completely off the spot just from one idea that came from the audience.
And we also did a Law and Order show, and we had the dun 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 for about, I don't know, I think it was about an hour-long show where we solved a crime and the crime was made up there at the beginning of that.
Terrific, terrific. And so from that point, there's no script and away you go and you just make this stuff up a bit like a jazz improviser even.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
We do practice. We have, we give ourselves scenarios and practice how we would go about doing that, obviously. Otherwise we'd get out there and just, not even know where to go. But yeah, all the offers, all the characters that are created are totally brand new.
Just terrific. And tell me, do you think you have an unfair advantage as a married couple that you might be in tune with each other's thinking a little bit more than others?
Well, it certainly does help, I think. That's the one of the best things with impro is if you're in sync with the other person that you're performing with, or you sort of know how their mind works, it can make things a lot easier sort of moving forward.
Yeah, or the content where they're coming from, so shows that you've both watched together, and so when they say one small line from it or whatever, or they have a character from that, then you automatically go, okay, I know where this is going. Yeah.
Well, surely you should be handicapped. I mean, it is an unfair advantage.
It is, but we're not actually, in the heats that are coming up this week, we're not actually performing in the same show together, so hopefully we'll see.
Okay. Now tell me, when you're improvising on stage, Ben, have you ever done things that you thought, gee, where did that come from?
Definitely, yeah. There's been many a time where I've kind of thought, oh my gosh, where did I pull that one from? From a talking tree that's afraid of snowmen to being a random parrot and things like that. It's and that's one of the things that's so beautiful about impro is that you really can go anywhere with it and you can make up as zany a character as you want.
Okay. And what about domestics? Have you done stuff on stage and gone home and had a little bit of a debate about it? Where did that come from? I didn't know that about you.
No, I don't think we have, but we regularly go home after a show and discuss the show and talk about, wow, maybe we do actually, I can't think of an example, but yeah.
I clearly remember an English teacher that really didn't like me, so she decided to do an improvisation skit. Of course, I'm up first, She had this look in her eye like, I'm going to sort this guy out. And the topic was anger. Away I went in front of the class, blank mind completely. Yeah. But all of a sudden I start doing a tennis skit. And then I'm arguing with the ref that the ball's good, it's not out. And the Oz Open's on at the time and everyone laughed and it was just fantastic. But I don't know where that came from.
That's the thing too, when people come into impro, they always say, oh no, I couldn't do it, I just couldn't do it. But you really can. Your brain just, when you're in fright mode and you're on a stage by yourself and there's lots of people looking at you, you can actually, there are things that just come out and they surprise yourself, yeah.
For sure, a bit of Edward Bono lateral thinking, I think, that's it.
That's right.
Well guys, let's wrap up with some improvisation. Obviously you're a finalist in this wonderful competition. Let's see how good you are as a couple. We've got a buzzer, it sounds just like this. There it is, low budget television. We've got a couple minutes together. I've got a scenario for you. You're a father and you're a daughter. Now, the daughter desperately wants the father to get out of the house, so you can invite over the boyfriend that the family just hate. Now, the father's had a big week at work. He just wants to watch the footy and relax and not move from that couch. Well, there you go. You've got a couple of minutes. Let's see how you go.
All right. So, Dad, oh, you know what? Actually, Barry, your mate called.
Yeah, he's coming round. Is he great? Oh, gosh. I didn't want him to miss the Raiders game this afternoon.
He is, but he needs you to pick him up because he's been at the pub.
Oh.
He had a couple of you.
Look, I've actually had a couple of drinks. What about if you be a Dale and take the car and pop down and pick up that car?
Why I don't have my licence. Why? They would pull me up. I don't want to get you into trouble.
All right. Well, look, how about then, all right, if you want to go and grab the phone, order him a taxi, and while you're there, how about you order a couple of pizzas for us? And look, you can get something for yourself as well.
I will.
That'd be good.
I will, Dad. But I actually, you know your favourite beer? I bought it for you.
Yeah.
Okay, I bought it for you.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you have to get it yourself.
What? But I'm an old man. I mean, come on, sweetheart. I mean, you know, be good for your old dad, and you know, get him a blue tongue out of the beer.
Out of the beer?
Out of the...
Dad, all right, okay. I think you've had a bit too much to drink. Perhaps you should just go and sleep it off. Come on, off you go. Go and sleep it off.
All right. Well, actually, all right.
Maybe not. Actually, wake up. Sorry to wake you up, Dad. Just not on the couch, okay? Because when Barry comes round, I want this to be really clean.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right. Well, look, do you want to go and grab the dustbuster and well, we can start doing some cleaning.
All right, fine.
There's time, guys. Congratulations. It looks like the daughter may have had the upper hand there. I think you're directing the father around. Maybe a lot like your marriage as well, but we won't get into that. Thanks for joining us, guys, and good luck in the
Thank you
national
so
champs.
much. Thank you.
Good. Ben Crowley and Kathy Haggerty there, our national improvising finalists. Good luck to them. I think they'll do really well.